This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.
Well, it's been helter-skelter stuff here at Sanders Park as the production team had to deal with a power cut 5 minutes or so ago. So we're back online with you, joining you from Sanders Park for this round 6 match of the CMK Chartered Accountants Premier Competition between Tukapa and Inglewood. You can see there the Energy City Ford tent up in full flight for Ladies' Day, growing in prominence as I'm joined beside me by Joe Bennett. Joe, great day for some running rugby.
Yes, no, great day for Ladies' Day and a great day out here. A great day to be at the beach. Tukapa creating form and Inglewood looking to create form. So, yeah, there should be Inglewood higher. And we're just going to get our weather. 14 degrees and a bit of a 13k wind direction. A westerly. Couldn't get more typical. Thank you very much. And
as we move on to the last 3 games for these two sides, both finding a little bit of form in the second half of that first round, with Tukapa having wins over Spotswood and Clifton, and Inglewood having a tight win over Southern down there, 25-22. That's a good win. And a couple of losses to the competition frontrunners, Old Boys and Coastal. So both coming into this match with some strong form, having started the season a little bit poorly with a few losses up front. This, of course, the first round where full competition points will be had, given we're into round 6 and the first round is now complete. We will have a full round robin in round 2. So full competition points on the line today. As we look at the points table, of course, the points table being halved from where they were at, given the first round's now complete. Coastal leading the way. Those down at Coast 45, very happy with performances so far, unbeaten, 5 from 5. Stratford Eltham in second place, a couple of tight wins there, and New Plymouth Old Boys in third. These two sides both mid-table, Joe, Inglewood and Tukapa, 4th and 5th. So pretty key game here with full competition points on the line.
yeah, a bit of tussle up the guts. Inglewood and Tukapa, these contentions for playoff stuff at this point. And big day today here. Lagan Kumarola's 150th game, of course. And haven't got any better weather for it than what we have today.
As we move on to the team list, Joe, to take us through the Tukapa side for today's match.
Peas, carrots. Oh shit, the wrong list. No, Patrick Howard. Liam Burnett links of him and Brendan Dent. Josh Keach and Corbin Porteous. I think they're related through relationships, which is a very strong bond, as we all know. Chris Jollins, Martin Alapau are very, well, enforcers of influences of the Type Boys, and Nathaniel Peters, he's good at 8. And our backs, Roman Famasuli, the very self-imposed cook who links with Mason Porteous. And he'll bring something with outside of Waita Wharewhara. He'll be there. Jack Gilmore joins him. And on our wings, we've got Ethan Lobb. He's come back from injury. Hasn't been around since the middle of last season, so he's back. And Luke Taplin, he's back from his Pink concert, I think. So he'll be more infused than he's ever been. And Lagan Kumarol, of course, 150 games for him. The veteran is out the back. Luke Davitsky, the Penyo man. Olive Louis, Liam Ewan, I apologise. Scott Mallow, Joshua Hopkins, Alex Klitschkoff-Perry and Luca Walker. And Thomas, the Tank Engine Stokes, will be the 22.
And for the Inglewood side for today's match, front row of Shotta, Carberry and Max, who came out of the championship winning Colts side last year. Captained in the second row by Patrick Parker out of Wanganui Collegiate and Tyler Summerfield. It's a mobile back row, Jonty Nartai Powers, Hayden Keeling and Joel Turnbull out of New Plymouth Boys High School. Moving on to the back line now. It's the elusive Troy Chilcott at halfback alongside Josh Jacob, who will be the star power looking to lead and spearhead the Inglewood attack today. In the midfield, Celeste Javier and Wesley Harvey. And it's an elusive back three, Oliver McKenzie, Tiatafai Mason out of the Kia Toa Club in Manawatu, and Connor Nelson. Into the reserves bench, Ethan Potros, Cameron Broadmoor, Lachlan Smith, Corbin Fabish, Richard Clough, Jaden Fabish and Jaden Anaha. As we see now, Lagan Kumiroa leading the side out for 150 games. What a fine effort. Significant milestone for him today, Joe Burnett.
Oh, absolutely. He has just been on a honeymoon really the whole time he's been at the club. 150 games, yeah, not bad, awesome. And he'll be backed by his boys who want to do a pretty good job for him, really.
Yep, it's a fair few seasons in the saddle. You would think probably about 15 or so seasons, when you take into account injuries and those sorts of things. So a really great amount of longevity in him in that sort of outside back position for Tukapa. Been a very influential member of the Tukapa club for a number of years now, so well done, Lagan Kumiroa.
This is the as we're back in the Ford Transit lounge. We haven't really got our loungewear fully sorted out as of yet, but we have got an opening door now that brings up a good amount of airflow for us because we do a lot.
We may need it with the warm weather today, Joe, as the Inglewood side running out onto the park now, but with their captain, Patrick Parker, and the number 4 jumper. And a bit of tape round the head.
Well, usually we see about 6 Browns playing. No Browns today. Sporting the off-white Iron Sands maroon colour.
And today's referee, Rohan Gladding.
Don't mess with the Rohan. He's going to be in control and in power with his whistle.
So Inglewood today bolstered by the return of Josh Jacob. Of course, 4 caps for the Chiefs and a key member of that Taranaki NPC Championship side last year. So they'll be looking to him to really forge the way ahead in terms of the attack piece. Historically, Inglewood have always been pretty strong in the tight 8, so I'm sure they'll look to go to their scrum as well. So Inglewood playing left to right on your screen. Josh Jacob to kick us off. He goes for the short kickoff. It'll be a contested ball. And Inglewood have, in fact, regathered the ball from the kickoff to try and launch an early attack into the Tukapa 22. And they've got an early advantage there with Rohan Gladding. There is the captain, Patrick Parker, out of Wanganui Collegiate School. As Chilcott now looks to go left. Jacob puts a probing little grubber in behind, but it's well gathered by the man in his 150th match, Lagan Kumiroa. But an early penalty to the visitors.
Yeah, Josh Jacob, he's such a good player as we know, and I just like the way he plays. He's just so relaxed and a lot of player who's just got a lot of time. And no wonder he's managed to crack it to the next level. And Inglewood here, they will take the points because when you're in spots for points, you take the points, I guess, in this point of the game.
That's right. Last year really was a breakout year for Josh Jacob, really showing his class and composure at the next level. And we know how fine the margins can be in rugby. Inglewood last week with a last-minute kick to beat Southern. So taking the early 3 here, they all count. Runs on the board.
Exactly.
As connection looks good and the flags go up in front of the Energy City Ford ladies tent. Of course, Ladies' Day here at Tukapa today. So Inglewood, the visitors, with the early lead in the first points in the match. 3-0 up.
3-love. And the return of a serve.
I'm looking forward to this battle between Porteous and Jacob in the respective 10 jumpers today. Obviously, Mason Porteous back from Bahrain, playing some good footy. Both forward packs will be looking to get them good ball as Keach makes the tackle inside the Inglewood 22. And they look to put some phases together. Hayden Keeling there in his 98th game, so a milestone match just around the corner for him. As Jacob puts boot to ball and finds touch.
I'd like to acknowledge NZ Sparky, the sponsor of this van, the Van Lounge. They've thankfully helped support this.
As Famasuli is taken there by Ngātai Powers. A good tackle, just disrupting Tukapa play at the back of that line out. Famasuli's been one of the real stars for Tukapa so far, real bright spots for Tukapa so far this season. Been elusive in that number 9 jumper.
He's like an armadillo, tight to the ground, like any good halfback knows. Controlled and fast passing, I guess. I think this ladies, the ladies' lounge, well, we'd like to call it the Forward Ladies' Lounge, will be a factor in this game. Hopefully players won't, well, will there be... That's
a big scrum there by Tukapa, gaining the early penalty and returning serve. So a front row of Howlett, Burnett and Dent getting the job done over their opposites there, Shotter, Carberry and Max. They will go for the attacking option, kicking for the corner rather than taking the points. Of course, plenty of experience in that Tukapa front row. Both Burnett and Dent with 100 plus games for Tukapa.
Not Brad at all, not Brad. And but a bit of backing to say, you know, let's go to the corner and see what happens here.
Yeah, a nice kick from Porteous. Finds his way deep towards the West End Bowling Club end of the ground as Keach takes it nicely there at line out time.
Up now.
And Burnett's got the ball at the back of that rolling ball, but he's smothered there by Ngātai Powers. Proving a real nuisance in terms of the defence of Inglewood there, Ngātai Powers. As Famasuli.
Roll out, Red.
As Tukapa look to attack towards the Inglewood line.
Use it.
Burnett goes in to play halfback and he finds his good mate Brendan Dent.
Roll up.
And the captain, Chris Jollins, a man of
Hold, guys.
South African and Scottish descent. He finds Fada Fada. Midfielder. Inglewood get over the ball though, and it's a side entry by the looks. So a get out of jail free card there, Joe.
Exactly right. You've got to open the sliding door to enter it. You can't go through the side. You've got to open it and then enter. Especially large glazing panels. If you don't know, if there's not direct lighting on it, you can easily walk into it, and it's not great if there's a party going on.
Yeah, I've seen those go south pretty quickly. As Carberry just misses his mark at line out time, and Burnett finds his captain Jollins for his second run of the day. As Famasuli goes out the back.
Held it.
Ball just goes to ground, but the man in his 150th match, Kumura, does a good job
Roll
of it.
now. Hold, guys.
As Porteous goes flat and he finds Josh Keach and he beats the first. And he finds Brendan Dent, who only knows one way, and that's straight. Farmasuli
Offside, 8.
goes out the back. They've got the advantage, but they'll look for the try. It's Ethan Lobb out here on the left-hand flank. And he finds Fada, who goes to ground a couple of metres out from the Inglewood line.
Offside, 8.
He had the man there but on the left, but there was a cluster of Inglewood defenders. And the draw was on, he was static.
Good scramble D out there on the right-hand flank from Inglewood.
Scrum, cool.
There's
Scrum, guys.
Tukapa up for a scrum, of course. Had the dominance in that early exchange. And they'll be looking to get a bit of dominance for Nathaniel Peters,
Yeah,
perhaps to go off the back. Hard man to stop from close range.
Right.
Former New Zealand under-20 player in the Taranaki wider squad.
If you're defending, you guide him into the post. You just, good luck tackling him.
Crouch!
So the second scrum of the day.
Set!
Farmasuli to feed. And it's a pretty stable platform to attack from. Getting a bit of go forward there, and it's a nice flat ball to Fada. And they go out to Ethan Lobb, and he cuts back in. He's well held up there by the Inglewood defence.
Hold, guys, hold it.
And off goes Nathaniel Peters. And Porteous, the vice-captain, barges over from close range.
That is clinical pile driving, that's what that is. And Corbin Porteous is an absolute cannon over the line. And his brother Mason to add the ditches.
Yeah, it was good body position from close range there. Very hard to stop. The New Zealand age grade rower from back in the day. It's great to see him back from concussion, having had a season or two off. But he's a real dominating presence in that Tukapa Type 5. And Porteous puts it through the middle to add the extras. So Tukapa take the early lead, 7-3. After 10 minutes here at Sanders Park on Ladies' Day.
Inglewood with a fairly rich history in the championship, 14 times over. Last winners in 2021.
Carry back.
Quite a young side, quite a few players playing in the Colts game previous to this, and
Rucks inside now.
getting a month, which is no means feat for your club. 2 teams in one day, which is nice.
Hold, Blue.
There's Tukapa looking to exit. Porteous, it's a very good connection off the boot, and he finds territory inside the Inglewood half. Very nice little exit.
I'm going to stay down the back here because of the sun.
But yeah, as you say, Joe, Inglewood, of course, won the Colts competition last year, so they've got some good young players coming through the grades,
Blue.
and a pretty young team here today.
Play
As
on.
Carberry just goes over, so they've missed their first 2 line-outs,
Tackle now.
and Burnett gets another line-out take. He's not renowned for that. Jollins beats the first few tackles and uses great leg drive. But Keeling, the man in his 98th game, manages to get in the way and turns it round the other way.
No hands, Blue. Leave it. Leave it. Hold.
Plenty of aggression at ruck time. Both sides looking to turn that ball
Hands,
over.
Blue, leave it.
In the early exchanges, as Jacob goes flat to his captain Parker. Puts up the old Gary Owen, the midfield bomb.
Oh, he's greatly situated at Cack for enough of a contestment,
Knock on here.
and the mistake happened in that area from Josh Jacob. He set his team up for a bit of a counter-attack here.
Yeah, you got 6 minutes forward, so I'm all good.
Who do you reckon's the best exponent of the midfield bomb, Joe?
Got that side next.
Who is?
Yeah.
Matt
Burton for the Bulldogs. He's pretty handy at the old bomb.
Sandow to the heavens.
Yeah. Sandow, he's pretty handy as well.
Stacey Jones.
Yeah.
Crouch!
Of course, Stacey Jones back coaching with the Warriors now. Good to see him giving back to the game.
And that Geordie Jarrett fella, he's really good at kicking.
And it's another strong Tukapa scrum. Front row really with the early ascendancy here.
Hands up! Release!
And plenty of energy going into that breakdown. Right in front of our caravan here.
And you have to be here live, folks, because
Backwards!
it is a noisy, conflicted contact out there.
As Taplin beats the first couple of tackles. Out on the right-hand wing. The ball's just lost there. Inglewood turn it over again, and off goes Patrick Power, the captain, with the white tape around his head. As Jacob straighten things up, and he beats a couple of tackles. The elusive Josh Jacob. And off goes Cam Shotter, the number 1 jumper. Inglewood putting some nice phases together here.
Yeah, new advantage.
They've got the advantage on their side, so they may look to do something a bit more extravagant. Off goes Tiatawhai Mason out of the Kia Toa Club in Manawatu. And Chilcott finds his captain, who goes out the back to Jacob. Nowhere for him to go though. Well taken by Patrick Howlett.
No advantage, rolling. Got roll
Gladding
out,
says
guys.
we'll go back to the advantage.
Alright, okay. You got an option here, or over on the 15 on that side. Here, cool. Here. Shot. Shot, cool.
And another opportunity for Inglewood to equalise with
Yeah.
Tukapa here.
I'll tell it. Yeah, I have it. Right.
Just patience, really.
Yep.
Can get too hot on attack, and
Yep. Keep an eye on it, eh?
there's a fine line, really, isn't there, being inventive and doing your role, which can be said for a lot of things. But doing your job. In fact, a fine line that the Warriors occasionally play with.
Yep, it's all about balance, isn't it, Joe? Balancing, whether it's balancing your life, balancing the attacking system you're using.
And of course, the altitude factor with obviously
Way,
Inglewood
22.
at a 200 metre above sea level advantage. Well, not advantage, but a lighter, thinner air. We've been practicing with. They probably struggle to come down here. The lower 23 metre altitude that we've situated here at Sanders Park, which
He got behind.
obviously is a factor in today's proceedings, and all, something that will be played too.
So Jacob just away there with the kick at goal. Porteous goes deep, nearly finds ground, but it's collected there by the custodian,
Off now, Blue.
Tiatawhai Mason.
Hold, guys, hold.
There's the Tukapa defence up quickly on
Hold,
Summerfield. Jacob goes flat and he finds a nice little hole there for Cam Shotter to poke his head through.
Held it, play on.
He's well taken. Nice flat ball by Jacob,
Push back.
finding
On the line,
Wesley
guys.
Harvey in the 13
Backwards,
jumper.
backwards.
Little offload from Keeling
No
to
hands out,
Jacob.
Blue.
As Inglewood keeping it nice
No
and tight.
hands. Leave it, Blue. Hold.
making ground slowly but surely as the two locks combine in close contact. But Jollins, the captain, gets over the ball. And he finds his tight head prop, Brendan Dent. It's a good clean out there, putting a bit of pressure on Famasuli at the back of the ruck. But we go back to the Inglewood knock-on.
Look, I think Inglewood are really keen at the contact area, energetic in the tackle. You've got the advantage line to win your battles here. And Inglewood, yeah, they're looking exciting.
Pretty even contest early on. Tukapa with the better of the set piece exchanges, scrum time and line out so far. But Inglewood certainly doing well, putting a few phases together on attack.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Midfield scrum. Tukapa will be looking to lay a good platform.
Hold there half.
As Porteous goes out to lob his left winger. Tukapa looking to play flat, and shades of John Olomu in that one from Corbin Porteous. Runs over the top of the first one, and Fata beats his first one as well. So Inglewood missing a couple of first up tackles here.
No hands.
But they are contesting the breakdown vociferously. Just knocked on out there by Mairanga Lapo, who is dangerous out there on those flanks, the tram lines.
He's fumbled the fruit. If you're at the supermarket, do you pick the fruit up and put it in your basket, or do you return it to the same crate?
What do you do, Joe?
I put it in the salad. I'm not going to have something that's been on the floor, I'm sorry. And it might have been my mistake, but that's part of my experience.
What's your go-to supermarket option? Of course, New World Tapuki, long-time sponsors of the number 10 jumper here at Tukapa.
No, I don't go there. But Pack and Save, you've got to walk quite far.
At Pack and Save?
Yeah, so I think the right amount of balance is countdown. Is there any particular...
What's your preferred countdown in the New Plymouth area?
The one next to Macca's, Sam.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Of course, obviously rebranding to Woolworths.
Is that right?
As we...
Woolies.
Yeah, across the country. As we pan to the ladies' area. There's been plenty of drinks down there, so good on them. In the Energy City Ford tent.
The Tukapa Tower, that's their... they've had a defaulted game, not them, the Inglewood side. And they've been refreshed with some refreshments before this counter. But no, they're looking comfy down there. Hope they're getting their right amount of water and food that they surely desire.
Crouch.
Hey, Sam, what time of day would you go to the supermarket?
Oh, I'm an evening man, Joe. Yeah. Oh, it's a good scrum here from Tukapa. Really have had the better of scrum time. Have the Chooks. But Inglewood somehow managed to scramble that ball back on their side, albeit 10 metres back from where the original scrum was. As off goes Max. He may well be held up by his opposite, Dent. No, gets to ground. As Jacob looks to clear and does a pretty good job of it.
It's not bad from...
As we see Henry Miles there running the water today. Of course, co-captain out after a concussion in the Clifton match a couple of weeks ago. So we'll be looking forward to seeing him back in action next weekend. As Famasuli finds Taplin. Porteous goes out the back. It's just eludes the reach of the milestone man, Lagan Kumura.
Thought they might have picked it up and had a go.
There's Rowan Gladding. I was hoping someone from the Inglewood side might have made the most of the advantage, but not to be.
Pick it up and have a go. Even the ref sort of concluded to that.
Set piece has been troublesome so far for the boys from Inglewood. So they'll be looking to get the ball in and out of this scrum. Historically an area of strength for the Inglewood club. Strong tight five.
Fine. Set.
Both these sides mid-table, 4th and 5th respectively, as the Tukapa scrum continues its march on, as Lapo tries to find his halfback, Famasuli. Can't do so. He's just lacking a bit of rhythm in this game. There's been plenty of scrums in this first 24 minutes.
Just gotta get in the knack, find the rhythm.
Crouch. Fine. Set.
So on the near side we've got Howlett up against Cody Max, and Inglewood do get the ball out of that scrum. It's Hayden Keeling, off he goes. It's just a bit messy. It's a bit like deja vu. Back to another scrum.
And trying to hold the Pilford there, and
Back on, back here, up here.
Pill goes. Eyes up, hands go out into contact, and he lost the ball. Now, Tukapa here, matching a 4 on the right-hand side. Matched with Inglewood with a fullback around to support.
Crouch. Hands down. Fine.
Making Kumaroa in there, with guidance to him.
Set.
Gilmore's just outside Whiter.
As Famasuli finds Porteous, and he goes to Gilmore in his first season at Tukapa, out of Francis Douglas. But he's just lost that one forward.
Hands off now. Off now, Blue.
And we've had about 5 knock-ons in the space of 3 minutes.
Hold.
Shilcott finds Jacob. And he can't find touch. Instead he finds the hands of that man Kumiroa. Tukapa looking to launch a bit of a counter-attack. As off goes Liam Burnett. He finds Whatawhata, who fends off the first. But he's well taken there by Jacob. Tukapa with the advantage. Now look to do something expansive. Porteous goes out the back and he beats the first couple of tackles. Links back up with Brendan Dent.
Offside.
There's a penalty there
Hold back line.
at the breakdown. Means we'll go back to the advantage.
Promising passage of play there from Tukapa. Linking from 1 to 15, really. Good awareness around each other, which is brilliant. And they'll go to the sideline again.
They will. They'll look for the attacking option. I suspect a line-out drive off the back into the West End Bowling Club end of the ground. You played much bowls, Joe?
A couple, yes.
Any wrong biases for you?
I mean, they gave us unequal weighted balls and it was not good. Anyway.
As Porteous in the blue headgear adds another line-out take. And Burnett tries to go under them.
Hold, guys.
Tukapa hot on attack here, and it's a ball out the back to Whatawhata. He finds Ethan Lobb. He's a little bit isolated at the breakdown, and they have indeed stolen it, the men in maroon. So, good scramble D from Inglewood. And Tukapa have had the majority of territory in these last 10 minutes, but not able to capitalise, albeit a good smothering tackle from about 4 men in blue and white. Hoops will get them a 5-metre scrum.
Yeah, a bit of a smoulder there. But they give another shot at the cherry here.
I've taken advantage to them.
So you would think scrum coach Lawrence Corlett would be pretty happy with how set piece is going. I understand he's joining us at the halftime break, Joe.
Is he?
Give us a few
Is
insights.
Oh, is he? Okay. That'll be good.
The man they call Frank.
He's played 350 games for Tukapa in various age groups, ranging from thirds to prems. Lawrence.
Crouch! And down! Bind!
So Famasuli then. Tukapa hot on attack, as they have been for the last 5 or so minutes, and it's a good scrum platform to work from.
Ball's out.
Ball comes out though, and Porteous finds Luke Taplin, who's hit hard there by Javier.
No.
And they might have got Famasuli up here, but Peters has done a good job to rip it off him. As Famasuli looks to dart from close range. And Dent goes into halfback to show and go from Porteous, looking for his second.
Yeah, line drop out, guys.
Some taken back situation.
He's going for the try and he stripped it, yeah.
And he stripped it.
Yeah, line drop
Stripped
out.
by Nielsen.
No, he's going for the try and he stripped it. It's a line drop out. Line drop out,
Gladding
guys.
says
He
we'll
went
have
for
a
the try and
line
he stripped
drop
it.
out.
That's 12 to go.
Porteous there was looking for a second try. There's Gilmore. Finds Porteous, and there's a bit of space out here for Fada.
Tackle!
Confronting in the tram lines, but met with pretty good D in Inglewood here.
Patrick Howlett carts it up the middle. He's well supported there with Jollins.
Wax on, wax
Back,
off.
guys.
There's Peters. Goes on the inside to Famasuli.
It's all right. Hands off, Red. Hands off.
Tukapa looking for their second try. Howlett
down, roll
with his
straight.
second run of this phase.
Use it.
And they look to go out wide, but it's intercepted. And Mackenzie made the intercept, and off goes Atafai Mason. But Tukapa doing some good work at breakdown time to get the turnover. Looks like it might have been Porteous and Lapo there at the breakdown.
Shot.
Jackal in the tackle. As we just have a cup of tea as we wait.
So it's been a period of sustained territory for Tukapa, and they've decided after all that, let's get some points on the board. As we see there, 80-20 rule.
%80 territory. It's like you're playing your big brother in force back and he's pinning you on the back corner. Nothing more demoralising than that.
It's like playing force back and you're kicking into the breeze. Tough work.
Tough work. It's like playing fours back and having 30mm legs, Sam.
Yeah, I sense force back's probably not your style of game there, Joey.
Specialty grubber, I'll take that, but you're quite more of a tactical bomb as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I didn't mind a little left foot to the corner. So Porteous then adds the 3 points. Tukapa taking a 10-3 lead. Finally converting some of that territorial dominance into points. So Jacob goes slightly longer on this occasion on the kickoff. It's well taken there by Jollins, uncontested. Masuli with his crisp distribution at the back of the ruck. But the ball goes loose and they find Lob in a bit of space. He just loses it forward in a tackle from his opposite, Oliver McKenzie, who's come across from Canada, his first season with Inglewood, out of Vancouver Island, the left winger.
Vancouver Island, similar climate to Taranaki. Home of the Royal British Navy. And the largest collection of animal hedges in the northern hemisphere, part of North America. Never seen an orca sculpted so well, Sam.
Interesting facts, Joe.
Anyway, I'm off topic.
So
Looking to sculpt something here, Inglewood.
there is that man, McKenzie, goes out the back and they find a bit of space out on the left-hand flank to the other wing. Connor Nielsen with the background in touch footy. Yeah, good footwork from him.
Tackle off there.
As the short ball to Celesi Javier.
Up the guts.
Busting run, the man out of New Plymouth Boys High School.
Roll up, Lou.
Chilcott goes out the back to Jacob, who looks to jink and jive as Inglewood move up into the 22 now. Oof, just lost there by Keeling, and they find a bit of space. Lob puts boot to ball, and there's no one home. He makes good connection with it. Makes its way into the Inglewood 22. As
Josh Keach chasing with incredible bulldog mentality of guarding his bone, and he wants that ball back.
Keach leading the charge on the chase. The lock.
Spearsman. He's a spearsman. Inglewood, of course, home of the Stony Oaks.
Well outside, guys.
Lovely zoo park.
Scrum.
Non-sponsored comment.
As we had a good view of that line out. Just not straight.
I'm sorry, Liam, but you can't blame the westerly. It's going the other way.
Maybe he was allowing for it. Who knows? But no, that one.
A tester.
That one just going down the Piccadilly line
Yeah.
rather than the Bakerloo. Of course, the London Underground. It's many different networks.
Crouch. Fine.
So Inglewood then at scrum time, they'll be looking to get this in and out quickly like a pinball.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind Piccadilly line up Devon Street to get home after a night. That would be quite good. Be a nice walk home, not look like a crazy man and run home in the rain or something like that. Gee. Unless you're willing to pay for an Uber these days. Anyway. Piccadilly. Were you packed in there? Obviously, different routes are busier than others.
Depends on the time of day. Yeah, 5 p.m. you'd be pretty packed in, I would have thought.
hour.
Yeah, rush hour. Of course, working from home is so prevalent these days that maybe less packed than it would have been a couple of years ago. As we go down into the chairman's corner. And Lagan Kumara puts boot to ball but doesn't find touch. As he uses his body well there, does Tiatafai Mason. Albeit the crowd nearby us didn't think so.
Just a tip. Not enough.
Get off your feet, Seven. Leave us,
Parker,
Seven.
he's worked hard so far. Chilcott looks to go for the dart. Makes a few more yards.
No, no good. Leave it, hands off. Hold, guys, hold.
So Inglewood looking to try and even the ledger as we head into the half-time break. Oh, Max goes
Look at that.
straight up the middle.
Tackle!
Taranaki under-19 squad member last year, Cody Max. As they go wide,
Forward pass.
Gladding says it's forward.
Scrum here.
One scrum, you come over this one.
Yeah, I know.
Can we just sit there? How long left?
I got 3.5.
It's been a bit of a messy game so far here, Joe. Both sides just struggling a bit for rhythm.
I think that under the Westerly Te Arawhai, he's had a bit of work to do here, bit of scrambling. It's kept even, hasn't it, Sam?
Most definitely, yeah.
Set!
As they have a bulging left side of open space.
There goes Whara in the number 12 jumper. Knows how to run straight and direct. Get a few extra metres for Porteous to look for his exit. It's a long-ranging kick, getting in behind Connor Nielsen. And nearly going too far. In fact, it might, yet not quite. And he looks to exit late in the piece. It was a late call to get out of his own zone. But
Too cool for Cats. He's done that calmly as well, and they've managed to get away, I think.
yeah,
Yes, they have.
the composure there of Josh Jacob. A cool head.
He's like, yeah, I've got so much time, I'm going to show you. And as we, onto the 40.
Yep. On the brink of half time. Will either team strike in the lead in to the Oranges? Burnett finds his mark this time. Straight down the Piccadilly line. As Jollins goes into halfback and he finds Keach, who's been busy this afternoon. Whara, well taken by Harvey. Jollins bustling his way into the Inglewood defence. And he was up quick there, was Ngatai Powers, the blindside flanker, making a good hit on Porteous. And it's the other Porteous, Mason, making the break and beating tackles at will.
Very jivey.
He's made 20 metres there, has Mason Porteous. And Howlett comes steaming in off the back of that. Patrick Howlett, that is. Off goes Whara. He's been direct in this first half. Tukapa looking to extend their lead beyond 7 as we approach the half-time mark.
Leave it now, 4. No.
There's
Porteous
Porteous.
of hands.
No, forward.
Porteous of hands, who can't find the man who has his hands. But that'll conclude.
In fact, Gladding says we'll play on. The scrum will be played. So our time is someone's time slightly off.
Yes. I believe it's mine. Ours.
But Tukapa with the defensive scrum inside Inglewood's territory.
Fine.
Perhaps we'll look to try and force a penalty at scrum time here. Take 3 with them to the half. And it is a domineering
Oh,
scrum
look at that.
as we have the scrum coach peeping through the window. He'll be happy with that.
No release.
But the penalty goes the other way
No release.
with no release. And Jacob says we'll go to the Oranges this time.
Come out of your back.
So half time, Tukapa leading 10-3. We'll quickly run through the stats.
A bit of a slideshow here. So the obvious 1-0 Tukapa pushing for that corner. Pretty even up there in the position there, Sam.
Yep, Tukapa dominating territory. Position pretty even across the board. A few missed tackles costing Inglewood, and penalties conceded pretty even. So Rowan Gladding pretty even across the penalty piece there. As we'll go for a short break for half time, but be back with you very shortly.
You can make some... Oh, welcome back, folks, from the Transit Lounge.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Enjoyed by Lawrence. Call it here. How's it going, Lawrence?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Joseph. It's good to be invited in for a short little 5-minute cameo just off the bench. Thank you very much for calling me
I
up.
know what you're saying. You can only see what those three are doing.
A bit of a Super Saturday of football for yourself. You've just been to the Front Douglas.
Yeah, I know. But
I was lucky enough to go up there and do a bit of coaching. We had a tough loss, 41-10 or 12. But disappointingly, this first half by Tukapa, a lot of mistakes. I counted about 10 turnovers. I think it's costing the Tukapa side at the moment, not hanging on to the ball. Good defence from Inglewood. They've been pretty physical at the breakdown and physical in the defence, but Tukapa, too many mistakes.
Lacking clinicality. Here's Tukapa. Mason Portier sends it pretty deep.
Tackle now! No! Hold!
And Josh Jacob here, he's been
Oh,
impressive
leave it,
as well.
Leave it.
Yeah, he's got a great kick on him. Kicks with both feet.
2.
Good
boys.
tactician.
Up the guts. And Leighton Kumaroa. Obviously 150 games for him, Frank. And
I was surprised he started in 2008.
is that right?
Yes.
Is that before you?
No.
Hold up.
My first year was 05, and so I was lucky
Good
enough
now,
to play
yeah,
a few
good.
seasons with Logan.
What sort of characteristics does it take to play that many games? I mean, to keep turning up year after year, that's 15
No!
seasons.
It's pretty impressive actually, because there's a lot of training, a lot of injuries, a lot of liniment, a lot of strapping. Just a love of the
Strap
game,
on.
love of the game, love
Roll
of the
off,
sport.
Lou.
Really, I think that's
Hold.
the key indicator of it all.
Yeah.
Maybe no
Right,
other
hold.
interests. Maybe no other life stuff to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Inside 50.
As Roman sends it back.
A little bit of pressure.
Pressure on. We've
Hold.
noted the Inglewood playing this close to sea
Hold
level, yes, Lawrence. It's also a factor, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The ball doesn't go as far.
No.
Yeah, had it first.
Oh, interesting. What's that called? Holding at the breakdown, was it?
He held and stepped out.
See it
He came
in
out.
terms of like work rates on players like your Chris Jollins and your Martin Lapau, who take a lot of pressure off the other players. Is it to allow them to do their job?
Option, scrum. Cool.
Well, at the moment, there's a kick deep. That's
Just over half.
a bit of a mistake there from Inglewood, unfortunately for them. A bit of a let
There's a
off
half,
for
eh?
Tukapa. They'll be happy with that. So
Oh,
there's
just
a lot of
a little.
hard-working boys in that forward
Yeah,
pack.
sure, that's
We've
all,
just
yeah.
got to hang on to the ball, Tukapa, at the moment. I think they're trying to play a little bit too much popping when they haven't earned the right to it. They've just got to be direct, try and create a quick ball. And I reckon if they get the ball in the winger's hands a bit more, they're going to create some opportunities. They're just going to hang on to the ball.
And ease the tempo sometimes, Lawrence, as well, isn't it?
I do love a good tap and go though as well.
Yeah.
Correct.
Not usually me because my skill sets
Fine.
doesn't allow it, but a cheeky little halfback. One of the greats, I was Jamison
Say.
Gibson Park, used to love a good quick tap and go and go 50 metres.
Of course, donning the. No.
It's just an unfortunate mistake. That's another one. That's just a very simple 8-9 open and just had a little peek, a little look at the defence. You're concentrating, catching and giving. It's unfortunate. A bit of let off now.
A bit of a heads up. And
I always like Odd Hayden Keeling, the hard working number 8 from Inglewood. He looks like he's been around for 20 odd years, but he hasn't. But he's got a big engine, big ticket, dairy farmer, gives it everything. Heart and soul of the Inglewood side.
Fine.
now the merger with an open midfield scrum.
Good.
Paddy Butler has been outstanding today.
Not good, not good.
Scrum wise,
not
putting a
good.
lot of pressure on the Inglewood
No, leave it.
tight
Hold,
head
guys, hold.
prop Cody, member of the Taranaki 19 side.
Yeah, the offside. For one to the other, offside.
And another turnover.
So another fickle breakdown scenario there. As don't mess up with the Rohan Gladding. He's making his statements early.
You guys, yeah, okay. You did move it a long way though.
Of course, reminiscent of the extra time final, semi-final a few years ago with actually the lights on.
Yeah,
Lawrence.
that was. I played that game. I started and I played 120
No,
minutes of
fine,
rugby,
out of that.
an old carcass. It was one of our players got red carded, and we had to play 40 minutes with 14 men, and It was an outstanding game. Like we lost, but it was a great game to be involved in. Bernie Hall, I think Inglewood went on to lose the final to Old Boys, I think.
Roll off!
But it was 120 minutes of rugby. So they played 20 minutes of Golden Point, extra time, 10 minutes each way, and then it went 20 minutes Golden Point.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Inglewood
Inglewood seized it in the club corner at the very fleeting moments.
Leave it blue.
Inglewood building some pressure here.
No, it's all right.
Recycling the ball well, working the way up the field.
They've been good up front. And it's typically Inglewood are your up front sort of side of no one to barge in. And Josh Jacob with a guided run.
Back blue.
Just showing all that super
Hold.
NBC experience. Good on his feet.
Roll blue.
Could be yet, didn't roll. Referee was very clear on that call. Asked him to roll and they didn't move. So listen to the referee. They won't. I don't think they'll scrum here. And I'm just looking.
Oh no!
If they scrum here, they are gutsy.
Yeah, just where you are, mate.
As they say, guts is good. Down in Western
On the line,
Otago.
So you will be visiting the sauna this weekend, Joe? Down at the pool?
Okay.
Yes, I will be. Maybe not today. Maybe enjoy a few light refreshments today, but tomorrow, yes. See, seen you there down there a few times, maybe.
I am a big fan of the sauna.
Yes.
Very good for the cardiovascular. Good little line out win at the back to Inglewood.
Yeah, up now. It's off the mark. Leave it 5. Leave it 5. Leave it.
I think you'd get the same effects of a sauna in that mall, and it's
Very hot and sticky in there at the moment.
hot and sticky.
Through the middle. He's
A
through
lot
the
of
middle.
cardiovascular support. Inglewood just continuing.
Yeah. Guys,
That's some great refereeing there by Rowan. He was calling. It was very clear and obvious to both teams what was happening, and well done to Tukapa to snuff that out. It's a very even game, this, Joe. It's anyone can win this. We've got 47 minutes, 48 minutes have been done. 32 to go.
Amongst a couple of handling areas, I think it's been pretty good rugby. Yeah.
So now it's time for Tukapa. Just a good solid scrum here. Just stay square, go through,
Fine.
and hopefully they exit out of here.
6. Hold.
See into the westerly now. Tukapa.
Hold.
Yeah, that's a good scrum.
Take a step back. No, take a step. Take a
I
step.
don't think they'll get a penalty out of this.
Hey, well, they're looking to make meters in itself.
Yeah, I'm surprised the referees are.
Farnage offside, yeah.
Oh, okay. Offside, we'll take that.
Offside.
Just got his timing wrong. The number 7, Joel Turnbull
You
from
got to stay 5 back in.
Plymouth Boys High School, ex-head boy, 2021. It's a good effort.
Is that right?
You're offside anyway. There's
Also
both
a member of their first 15 that year.
Fun facts from Frank and Mason Porteous. Mason Porteal. It's a good clearing kick.
Oh, yeah, okay. Time off.
Bahrainian Bantam, he's
Hold the ball.
back in action.
Goes off.
Here we go. The Weasel, Liam Burnett, one of the all-time
He's off.
greats of Tukapa rugby, has come off to replace by Luke Travatsky. An Inglewood man by birth, but playing for Tukapa.
Backwards. No hands, lead. Hold, guys. Take a step.
Tukapa's actually got 3 front rows on the bench.
Tackle.
There's Thomas Stokes,
The man with the mullet.
the man with the mullet.
Use it.
Oh, Jesus, dusty.
A little tip over the top.
And
And Josh Hopkins on as well. So gone to the bench early. Scotty Mellow's on as well. He would have come on for Brendan Dent.
Good to see him back.
He's the veteran.
Hot blue.
Been around for a long time. Scott Mello played a bit for Coastal before he came to the Chook House.
And a little bit for New Zealand under 20s as well.
And up to Canterbury as well, NPC. 2020, 2021, I think.
Angelo, well, they managed to keep it back in play. Inglewood
Old blue.
centering.
Oh, to
Oh, and
Siasi
he's up.
straight through the midfield there. Big strong lad. Oh, offloaded. Are they going to call off his knees?
Up,
No,
guys.
off his hands.
Second one was anyway.
Well, they couldn't really meet Siasi's momentum there. He was flying.
He looked like a steam train going through the middle there. Choo, choo, choo. Big strong lad. Look at him. Heavily strapping on his right knee. Out of boys high. Played Taranaki under 19s back in the day. Coached him, I think. Pretty sure. They could have gone through, would have been under the bin, 10-all.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold.
Now Gilmore set to the left.
Nice little clearance from there.
15.
And a lofted kick. Luca Walker heading his way onto the field. He's a pretty nippy.
He played a bit of. He started a few games at the start of the season at 9, showing his multi-purpose ability to play 9, 15. He reminds me a bit of the old Badger, the honey badger.
Ah,
The way of this buffy hair and his
Time on.
taped up ears. And Lagan, 150 games for Tukapa, a servant of the club.
Play on.
Oh,
Here we
and
go.
he's-
Midfield. Oh, Gibbet, is he going to... Oh, Jack Gilmore carries. Hit 2 on the outside. Could have given a big
Tackle!
Stokesy.
Tackle, knees down,
enough to
release
get him
them.
in good hands and good
Now
support.
Now they want quick ball here. Running rugby to the right. Joblin's always gets over the advantage line. He's very bustling.
Half back header. Play on.
Straight
Oh,
into a
yeah.
brick wall there.
Hold. Tackle, release.
Good
Thank
cleaning
you.
out there by Petty.
No, good.
Ooh.
Half back headed up.
Fair call.
Leave it now, Red. Ball's still in. Leave it.
Corbin Poitiers. Not a bad job at all.
He's got a big engine,
now.
that boy.
No.
He is a hard-working man up
I think
front.
with all that rowing background he's got, he just keeps going and going and going.
Goodness, they do some
Leave it now,
absolute
Red.
bonkers stuff on the
Hold, guys.
river, on the
Yep.
lake.
And I think Kichi as well, ex-rower, they're all a bit
Yeah.
bent, to be
Oh,
honest. They're all
guys,
a bit
bit bent.
issues. They've all got something wrong with them to do that sort of stuff. Put yourself into that sort of condition, you've got to be not right.
Yeah, I need turmoil. Yeah, I'm just going to do
Yeah,
that.
I'm going
yeah.
to spew every time I train.
Yeah. Mahi, Drivesdale.
Yes.
Incredible New
Tackle
Zealander.
now.
That should be
No,
almost a
backwards,
penalty, was he?
backwards, No,
No.
off the slot, the second one. Leave it now.
It's
Who-
Messi.
Who was the Waddell? Rob Waddell
Yeah.
was also an Olympic champion. I actually played rugby against him. He played for the
Is that right?
he played for the Waikato Bees versus Canterbury Bees,
Ball's out, guys.
and Kevin O'Neill and him chased each other around the field trying to fight.
Tackle now.
Big engine.
Massive
Off your
engine.
feet, leave
He was a big
Use it.
Oh, injury in midfield. Who's that down? That roaming?
Roll, Red.
Will you,
Back down. Oh,
a single sculler as it is, and
As they go,
Luca
the honey-
Walker.
Oh,
Oh, over the top. Interesting call.
why did he?
No, sorry.
He shouldn't.
Leave him.
Where was the
Hey, 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 hey.
advantage there?
He came over the top like a handbag and
Yeah, there was a seatbelt tackle.
seatbelt.
Sorry.
There wasn't any much danger in it. It was just a lazy little overhead.
Floppy hand.
No, time off. Yeah, time off.
I'm surprised he blew it up straight away, the referee. Maybe he saw something in there, maybe just a little bit of
play
keenness.
on. And
But I think we might use this opportunity for a change in the commentators. We've got big Wells ready to get back into it. He's had a little bit of a break. I think he disappeared for a jug or two, so he might come back speaking some different languages.
can I have a
That's
break?
all right.
You can continue on.
Hey, if you want me to stay for another 5 or 10 minutes, I can stay here, but it's up to you guys. You guys are the professional callers. I'm just in here just to change your scene, change your point of attack, really. Joe? The complaints we've had.
Yeah, all right, cool, thanks.
Good to be back. Lawrence, got a pretty tight match on the cards here.
I think it's going to go right down to the
Let's
wire.
go then.
I think it's going to be a very interesting finish to this game. So don't go anywhere. Don't turn your TV off.
Of course,
Don't leave this ground.
plenty of punters filling out the deck there over in the chairman's corner.
Nah, it's about
It's a
here.
great sight to see. There's no parking on around the roads. There's
High
plenty
tackle,
of
guys.
people
On the line.
enjoying some great rugby. It's awesome to see.
And of course, Ladies' Day today, so
Scrum.
the Energy City Ford tent in the background of our shot there.
Nice tents too.
It's just that
Great
action.
tents.
Great tents.
Yeah.
You'd be a good man for putting a marquee up, wouldn't you, Lawrence?
I'm good at heavy lifting. I've got
I
it's a
would've
strength
thought
of
so.
mine. It's in my CV. Good at heavy lifting. Yeah.
So you'd be on that centre pole holding it while others guide it?
Yep. Yeah. I'll just be holding it strong.
Yeah.
And I'll be getting it good. Be getting off the back of the truck in to carry it across the grass. I'll be good at that. Not good at tie downs, to be honest. I'm a skill.
So
Oh,
No, straight down.
known to not be great at that and things to fall off back of cars.
Coming over.
So Tukapa then, hot on attack. Farmasuli, the elusive halfback.
Yeah, I was on that side.
You reckon they might look to use the blind here, Lawrence?
I think I'd love to see Scotty Mello get an angle up and go 8-9. Little try on the corner.
Right in front of that deck.
That would go off.
Would get warm applause, I would have thought.
Goodness, he's built well, isn't he?
Crouch!
So
Fine.
Farmasuli then will go for a second crack at it. Feels like we've
Set.
had scrums for Africa today.
I do enjoy a good scrum.
Stay on!
Oh,
Farnage!
Ooh, he's
There's Peters.
Nathaniel Peters, the
Tackle now, release!
boy from Francis Douglas,
There's a couple of metres away here, Tukapa.
playing under,
Roll, red,
under
hold.
advantage as well. So they've got a chance to do something special here. Behind advantage line. They might blow this up, I think. Referee might go no advantage.
Tackle now!
We'll see what happens.
Offside advantage
So
out
keep
wide.
Oh, another
playing.
offside. So
New
just
advantage.
keep playing.
Option. Offside there.
What do you reckon? Big
not
scrum
bad, but
from
scrum.
here, Lawrence.
I think
What do you want?
here they
From the scrum.
haven't really shot at goals very often,
From the
so I
scrum?
think they're in here. They might have another crack at another scrum.
We'll be getting the advantage, the scoreboard
Over here.
advantage beyond 7 would have value.
Not bound.
Yes, it would.
Although you think that given
You're
the
not bound on
dominance at scrum time for Tukapa,
Oh, the quick tap. I love a quick tap.
the Jamison Gibson Park special,
Barnett.
one of
That-
Tukapa's favourite sons.
Oh,
Short, release! Hands off, Red!
he just used to play with no fear. Jamison Gibson Park. He was just impressive. Impressive human being. He's just gone on to bigger and
He's
better
got
things.
advantage
And
anyway.
still a very proud chook too,
hands
actually.
out,
He's been known to
hold.
turn up the chook house.
Stay on the line! Leave
Wonderful
on!
to see, of course, going
New
to great
advantage!
things.
New
I wonder
advantage.
if they might a yellow card might sneak out here soon. I think there's been 3 or 4 penalties down here in the last minute or two. Is he going to go into his pocket or is he going to give him a warning? No
Pass
one.
by as well.
Yep, there we go. He must be. There he goes. He's going to. There we go.
Jonty.
Yep, so recurring penalties inside the Inglewood 22.
Scotty Mellow's given him the big
High
off you
tackle
go,
there.
sunshine.
High.
And
Here's behind it. Here's behind it. Just
a
go
little
back.
bit of a discussion here with a few of the Inglewood players, just
Scrum.
talking to Gladding about the heydays of Inglewood rugby. So here we go, scrum time again.
So it will be 8v7. With Tukapa having the full quartet at scrum time.
You'd think right now, as a Tukapa forward, you would be absolutely fizzing to bury this Inglewood 4-pack into the ground and walk over top of them.
Yep, you'd think.
You would be excited, you would have your chest the size of an elephant, and you would be trying to walk over top of them here. And you would remind them after the game, hopefully. But Inglewood showing some tenacity and some tightness and some toughness.
So Inglewood have just opted to keep it at 7. I like this. And Peters, off he goes.
Wow. That was explosive off the back of the scrum there. Wow, Nathaniel Peters, that is quick. I don't think even the loose forward got off here.
Yep, hard man to stop from that close as it is, and particularly with no number 8 in the back of that Inglewood scrum.
Jeez, yeah, Hayden Keeling had gone into blindside but still pushing his guts out. And that was a quick work by Nathaniel Peters. Jeez.
So the scrum option pays dividends.
Yeah. You never got back.
Why do it out back when you can do it up front?
Brilliant. Sun's still shining here at Sanders Park. What are the chances of Mason Porteous knocking this over, Wellesley?
He's a pretty reliable kicker. He's obviously been over in Bahrain, fine-tuning his craft. So he'd be a pretty good bet, I would have thought.
Look at that. Great kick. Needed to keep that pressure on. 17-3.
As we move into the final quarter of this match.
Oh, yeah. I'm off for a second.
Looks like Famasuli's got a little injury here.
Well, has he not? He doesn't look like he's moved.
He's going off.
Yeah, so I think Luca Walker might go into...
20.
Yeah, I think Luca Walker will go into halfback here. And they might bring someone back off. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, they've
from
opted...
the young man.
They've opted, Tukapa have opted for the sort of 6-2 split on the bench. Shades of Russi Erasmus.
Cold time on, guys.
Is that your influence? The forward influence there, Lawrence?
I would love to see an
Opting for
8-0. That would be, I would die a happy man if I saw an 8-0.
So
and they're all hooker and props.
it may be that Syme has to fill in the back line with the injury to Famasuli. We'll have to emulate Quagga Smith or one of those boys.
Quagga, he was outrageous in that World Cup final. What I like about him, he's about 93 kilos and he's about 180, 170 odd centimetres. Yeah, and I reckon he is just a fantastic, wonderful player, and I love watching him play because he's just tough. Tough.
Anyhow, Inglewood get a penalty on their own 40. They'll be down to 14 men for another 7 or so minutes.
But wouldn't count this Inglewood side out at all. They've got a fantastic first 5. They're playing the rugby, hard-working forward pack that have just been going about their business today. They haven't taken one backward step, which is typical of an Inglewood forward pack. You used to play Inglewood and you'd get into the game, you'd be very, very sore. They'd had some bruising, tough, physical battlers like Chris Marceau. Played lucky enough to play against him. He was a very physical man.
Yep, of course, moving into the coaching arena now, Chris Marceau.
And he's got this forward pack humming.
20 cap All Black. Not a bad man to learn your craft off.
No, and a very physical, tough human being. Really don't want to get in that. Good take there by Nathaniel.
Tukapa steal that at the front of the line out, and off goes Thomas Stokes.
He's cleared up well there. Got a bit of go forward. Mason putting the ball to foot to ball and a little bit of a kick out.
It's bobbling around, but Tiatafai Mason puts up the midfield bomb.
Tappy safe as the house. Mason again, another kick.
Hold 21.
Josh Jacobs read it well. He sat back there. What's he going to do? I reckon put it up, and he's going to play corners.
It's under 50.
Oh, it's a great little kick there.
Nearly the 50-22. Not quite. We haven't had one today. The old 50-22.
Have we had one this season?
What's your take on the old 50-22, Lawrence?
I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. I know they want to bring up more attacking space, but I'm not against it.
What about
So it's on the ball's touched over. Yes,
drive over in a scrum, do you get extra 20 metres?
There could be some more rules to encourage more scrummaging, but I don't think the fan would be over keen for that side of things. But I don't mind the old nice Nathaniel Peters. He's so explosive at the front of the line out. Gets up nice and quick. Again, putting the ball to the foot. Not a great kick, really.
Yep, that's a fine. Mason
Tackle now, no hands,
collects that
Blue.
kick. As
Oh,
we've
guys.
got Broadmoor on the field for Summerfield by the looks.
He's got some great hair. A little bit jealous.
There's a good header here for the Inglewood fullback. So the hard-working
Hold out,
Keeling
Blue.
is well taken there by Luke Dravitsky, of course, the man from Inglewood. So this will be a
Oh, another
Oh,
good shot from over the
16.
top there. That was Luke
Yeah,
Dravitsky.
you're
Another
good, you're good.
great shoulder on.
Okay,
nice
advantage.
hands
Nice
out there
offside.
on the right-hand flank. Off goes Harvey. Wesley Harvey.
Offside here. There's a ruck, you're offside.
Oh, Wesley Harvey, son of Matthew Harvey. Played for Taranaki from about 04 to 08 before he disappeared to Italy for a little bit. Matthew Harvey used to have some pretty awesome dreadlocks. A very staunch Inglewood man. And his
Cool, what number?
other son is down in
Okay.
Southland.
Very odd.
Just been contracted for them from the Palmy boys.
Cool.
Some good facts there.
Yeah,
Right, so
Matt
you would have played a couple of years for him.
Matt Harvey is probably one of the hardest rugby players I've played rugby with and against. As a guy who I was scared of, to be honest.
Hard running and direct midfielder, of course, for the Amber Blacks.
And he had heavy
Blue guy
hands
got to
too.
it.
Very
Blue
big
guy got
hands on him, and he could use them.
No.
I saw
You can notice a lot in the showers.
I think Blue was the only one that
And
touched it.
I saw him use his fists.
Right, two new guys on your side there, Max. Keep an eye.
So a couple of changes in the respective
25
packs
gone. 15 to go.
now, so it'll be interesting to see what
Yeah.
happens at scrum time.
It's hard for me as well looking at this.
And of course, Dravitsky and Mello now on.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Now stand up.
So the two front rows just getting to know each other.
It's always a great call. Oh, ref! They could be complaining about so many different things instead of actually saying what you're complaining about.
Yeah, there's always a bit of the art, the subtleties in the arts of scrummaging. Something I'm not as familiar as yourself, Lawrence.
Oh, it's great fun. The banter, the chat, the abuse. Yeah, but it was. I didn't try and say too much out there, if I could help it.
Just grunt.
Just can't push.
So Inglewood with the penalty on that occasion.
Okay, so we've got the loose head prop from Tukapa boring in.
Off goes Keeling.
Back up!
Straight up the guts. It's well ripped there by Porteous and well picked up by Whara.
Scotty Mello, ooh, just about offload it. It's good to see the ball
Yeah.
retention being better here by Tukapa this half. They've actually held on to the ball a bit better.
Can't let that one go.
And they'll get a piggyback exit off the back of that
Okay.
penalty.
Just as there.
17-3 with about 14 minutes to go. Still got Inglewood, do not write them off.
Still plenty to play for. Porteous looking for the unconventional option towards the open side for a period there.
He's gained 20 metres here. What's your like if I say how far something away from here, distances, are you
30
good at
seconds
judging
for you.
distance?
I wouldn't say it's my strength. Is that a natural, you've got a good handle on the metric system, Lawrence?
I think I'm not, like if I say here, I don't think I'm too bad.
It's
If anything,
handy when you're playing golf.
I probably underestimate it a little
Yeah,
bit,
okay.
the length of things.
Hands off now, Red!
I always find it hard when
Ball's
you're
there,
talking
ball's
about
available.
comparing height to horizontal length. It's
Yes,
always difficult to compare a 10-metre diving board.
That's a
against
great offload outside. Thomas
Back,
Stokes
boys.
carrying the wide channels. Luke will hold it clear. Big Corbin boy. He has been carrying that ball well today. He's a big carcass.
Great to see him back after a couple of years out with concussion.
100% Colin
Tackle
Meads.
now.
He's maybe Stan Meads. Stan Meads a little bit taller.
550.
Colin, one of the greatest All Blacks of all time. Yes. And he loves just punching people at line out time. Did you hear about the passing of Sid Going today?
Yeah.
Yeah, tragic passing of Sid.
Yeah, he was great. One of the greatest halfbacks to play, and I've got fond memories of the Northern man.
You grew up around
I
those
spent a lot of
parts,
time
didn't
in Northern secondary schooling from a 13-year-old to 18 in Kaikohe, up in the Bay of Islands, the Hokianga area.
He would
Super
have been an iconic man up those parts, I would have thought.
Oh,
Sid
one
Cowan.
of the greats. 80 years old. It's still a pretty good innings.
There's Taplin, the right winger, roaming out on the left.
Not held, play
Of
on.
course, he's got plenty of versatility
He let it go.
playing
No, he let it go.
many positions across the Tukapa backline over the years, from first five winger and in the midfield.
Some good little
Back
play
to the
there.
now.
Jeez, if Corbin Porteous, nice Luca. Corbin Porteous
Oh,
got
man.
injury free. You'd
He's
think
fine,
he'd.
he got up.
Oh, I thought he was from the side there,
Leave it
but
blue. Leave it
Keelan,
blue.
Keeling again
He's
just
out of it.
throwing
Ball's
himself
there. Ball's
into
there.
everything. Looks like Mason's
Oh,
just
guys.
clutching his shoulders down here at the moment. Is he gonna? Hopefully
Carries
it's a
back.
stinger. Hopefully it's not too bad. He's
Wingers on, we're all good.
some tired bodies out there at
Yep,
the
all
moment.
good.
Yeah, nice big Thomas Stokes to carry.
Backwards, play on. No, it's all right.
as Taplin goes in to play first five, showing his versatility.
Leave it now.
Trevitsky against his old Inglewood mates. Gilmore finds a bit of space on the right hand side.
Ethan Robb is going to, can't straightens the ball attack.
Not
Where's the
out.
clean it? Well done. Gets back to his feet. He did really well there to create some time and some
Right.
space. Just need someone to straighten the attack here. Good quick ball. Running left, yeah, just got it.
As they go out the back, futta.
And last 10
No,
minutes
no.
of the game, we might bring in
Don't
Joe
affect any of you guys.
Burnett just to finish off the commentary. I think you
Leave
guys
it
probably
now.
need
Leave no hands.
a little bit of energy to finish the game, and Joe Burnett has
No,
been known to bring a
fine.
lot of energy in all sorts of circumstances.
Fine.
Not only in the commentary box, also at the odd house party. I heard he's got a few good tricks to
Short,
to
release.
fire up a party when it's
Oh,
just
guys.
coming off its high. And we'll go to him now. Joe Burnett. Lovely work. Thanks for inviting me in, guys. Really enjoyed
Cheers,
it.
Lawrence. And you leave as Tukapa score their fourth try of the afternoon. I'm not sure who's coming up with that.
Right,
No
nine.
one's, no one's giving it the big what's up.
Looks like it might have been Lam Yun.
Yeah, big.
Olive
Olive.
Lam Yun, by the looks.
Hopefully he's okay. He still stayed down for a little bit. Ooh, maybe he wrecked his noggin. We'll see. But anyway, Joe Burnett to bring us home. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the invite. Really enjoyed my time here, as always, with some two next. Get them on the sky. Brilliant. Thank you.
Cheers, Lawrence.
Yeah, I will.
Was that? Oh, hey, please.
think the public did.
Scrums. That's the problem.
So Tukapa then leading 22-3. There's Joe Bennett back in the hot seat.
Oh, finally can get a seat now. No, that was a very impressive try from Alleviate. As he's looking ginger. Mason's come back.
Way.
Can't quite add the extras there, Porteous. Tukapa extending their lead out as we head into the final 10 minutes of this match.
Now with Inglewood's time.
We'll just get an update from around the ground. So Southern leading Spotswood 31-0.
Time off so we get a ball, guys.
Clifton 38-36 over Old Boys.
7.5.
And Stratford Eltham 33-19 over Coastal and around the grounds. So some tight matches there as we head into
Time's off anyway.
the final 10 minutes.
Yeah, so, old boys, 31,
Two.
36. It's Clifton.
So a couple of good matches
Time
in the
on.
first of the full round robin, or the second round, the first match of the second round. Of course, full points on offer. There's Jacob. It's well taken there
Tackle now. Off
by
red.
Alex
Hold, boys.
Perry by the looks. Must have been a late change for Patrick Syme, I suspect.
Now, Tukapa looking to run amok.
Hold, guys. Backwards.
Hands astray, but you can lob.
Hold, guys.
It's just to keep it alive. And
Tackle. Release them.
Claudius makes some good hard yards through the middle. There's Luca Walker playing halfback with the injury to Famasuli.
Roll off now. Yep, knock on.
Just lost forward at the base of the ruck there.
Top off.
a little bit of a dribble.
It's almost like the Bulls had soap on it today. There's been a lot of just little knock-ons from both sides, which has sort of stunted the rhythm of play. So we've got another injury here.
You don't want a soapy ball, that's for sure.
Maybe Shotter by the looks down for the Inglewood side.
As we overlook, it's Sponsors Day today here at Tukapa. In the Nick Hughes deck alfresco area, your friend in real estate, First National. Streamline, Tukapa sponsored, I'm not sure where they're from. Swimming. They're not sponsoring anymore, so apologies there. And PSL Light, Sound Light and Stage, helping this all come together. And Riddles, your best animation production specialists.
Of course, big thanks to Riddles and NZ Sparky bringing this coverage to you guys of round 6 action in the CMK Chartered Accountants Premier Competition.
Cool. Time on.
So it looks like Jaden Anaha in the 22 jumper, who was a member of that Inglewood Colts team, championship winning side last year. A couple of those young players making their way into the Premier ranks. It's a big scrum by Tukapa, getting the shunt on.
Now, strong carry.
Inglewood. It's a nice little chip kick there by Jacob, probing, and it's well gathered by Tiatafai Mason. So makes him work out on the left-hand side. And it's Daniel McDowell, I think, who was a late change for Jaden Fabish, as far as we understand, from the Inglewood managerial team.
And this horizontal pass here to link with the boys outside him. What a chip as well. Manages to get it to hand, and away he goes, draw the man, see inside, and Jaden Fabish, not sure if it's quite him, but score.
It might not be the try of the season, but it'll be up there as one of the nominees. It was a pretty well worked try, nice little chip kick from Jacob, and then the pass from Tiatafai Mason, followed by a few nice little passes to finish it off, and Inglewood scoring their first try of the day. The extras added by Jacob, so it's a tense finish here for this match. Tukapa leading by 12 minutes with 12 points with 5 minutes to play,
and they're still in this. Inglewood here for points. Tukapa looking at go deep, I'd say, and Mason Porteous to get in that far right corner, the chairman's corner, with the extra long grass.
So Mason Porteous will kick us back off.
Red. No good.
Now the Moa men. Having a Lapo in space with a wax on.
Play on.
Elgin to just stay
He kept
inside.
in play, but
Oh,
no.
not quite.
Red ball.
Yeah.
Keep the gap blue.
So Inglewood taking
Let's go,
their
Red.
time to come in to the line out. They're going for a 5-man.
Paddy Parker, the
Play on.
captain.
Advantage, knock
He's the
on.
man to take it up front.
As Walker's well taken in a physical tackle there by Shotter.
Knock on, knock on.
And some
Over here on the 5.
opinions showing. And a bit of a laugh as well.
Where's the 5?
So things just getting a little testy in these
Start,
final
Inglewood.
few minutes here at Sanders Park.
Back here, guys.
A few taps on the shoulder and a little bit of banter between the respective front rows.
So we've got a linked line here. See a crossfield kick here from Mason Porteous.
Bind. Set.
He's got Luke Chaplin quite deep.
Hold there, half. Good.
Nice flat ball there by Porteous to
No,
Gilmore.
no ruck. Play on. Backwards off everybody. Here. Holding.
So a bit of pinball there,
Mark's
but
there.
Inglewood win the penalty and they take it quickly. Jacob looks to
Inside
put
50.
the kick in behind. Will it sit up? It might just go a little deep, and it does. Not far
Option.
off though.
Scrap.
Still all the way back to the mark.
Yeah, the kick just a touch long there from Jacob.
It's just over half. You're inside the 50. Right, 1. Yeah. Scrum here.
So we move into the dying minutes.
Yeah, minute.
Of this contest. Ford's just taking their time for what must be the umpteenth scrum of the day. There's been a heap of them.
Exactly. So, what is it like, you know? Like they say, if you make a lot of mistakes early in the season, you do a lot of scrums, then you get better at them, and then you... No, I don't know. That's not a theory, but maybe it is. Tukapa with the pill here.
Midfield
Good.
scrum. Should be a good platform to attack from. Peters may
Point.
look to go off the back. Link up with Luca Walker.
Set.
Of course, Martin Alapau, he's having a bit of fun on the ring, on the wing.
Ball's out. Tackle now. Release them. Not good.
We don't quite have it like the... Like in cricket, you have, you know, batters turn to bowlers.
As off goes Fada. He links up with Hopkins, who does well to collect the ball off the bounce
Back.
on the half volley.
It's
So
fine.
Tukapa
Play on.
hot on attack here.
Ball's out. Ball's out.
And Inglewood managed to pilfer it at the back of that scrum, and they get the penalty too.
Straight down.
So they'll be looking
Down
to
there,
push
there.
for a late
There.
bonus point, getting within 7.
Ball come out. Back.
They'll have to go 75 metres to do so. And he hasn't quite
Backwards,
found
play
touch
on.
there, Jacob. So Lapo playing on the wing now in the 7 jumper. Return
Back,
serve.
Red. Hold. Time's up.
As Walker just puts it out. And that'll do us. So Tukapa are the victors today, 22-10 over Inglewood. And what was it? A tight tussle, well-fought match.
It was
Yeah, shoulder.
a lot of possessions of held territory both sides, but Tukapa managing to come out on top.
So we'll run through the highlights of today's match. 3 tries to Tukapa. Here's the one for Inglewood. First try to Porteous, using great body position to go over from close range.
Absolute cannon there. And off the back, Nathaniel Peters, some insight play. Very good. It's hard to stop or even be touched from that point. Now, Tukapa were able to counter back again with a try from Alive.
And Inglewood scored an absolute cracker. Jacob put a nice little kick in behind. Atifai Mason, a nice little offload in contact. And came back to, I believe, Daniel McDowell to score the try. An absolute cracker. So Tukapa winning 3 tries to 1 here at Sanders Park. And we look towards next week's games. So we've got Inglewood, they're taking on Stratford Eltham back at home at TET Stadium. Coastal, the competition frontrunners, up against Clifton. Old Boys against Spotswood at Vogeltown Park. And Tukapa will be making the trip down south, playing against Southern down there. So that's next week's games. Thanks for joining us here today at Sanders Park. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. Thanks to Riddles and NZ Sparky for providing it. Until next time.
Enjoy your afternoon, everyone. Cheers.
This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.